Hey everyone, what's going on? As part of Diablo 4 Season 4, Blizzard has added a new legendary reward in the season journey. This is going to function very similarly to Hadrig's gift from Diablo 3. Kind of a cool change, but maybe gets rid of some of the need to grind legendary items. We'll see how that goes in practicality with the Reborn season. So the Sorceress is getting Incinerate. So this is going to be a curated set of legendaries, and the Sorceress curated legendaries are going to support Incinerate. We don't know exactly what those rewards are going to be, but I thought it might be useful to put together an Incinerate build that we can work towards with these free legendaries. So we're going to use the max roll D4 planner. Definitely recommend using this. It's, in my opinion, the best one. Let's change it to the list view because it's much easier to look at this way. So to start, we're going to get Firebolt because this is going to be an Incinerate build. We're going to get Incinerate and we're going to go to the Destructive Incinerate, which is going to have enemies who are burning from your Incinerate deal 30% less damage. We're going to level this up all the way to 5 to increase the damage because this is going to be our main damage dealer. We're also going to get a bunch of passives in the core skills section. We're going to be getting Potent Warding to get some resistances. We're going to be getting Devastation. And we're going to be getting Elemental Dominance, which makes your core skills deal 9% increased damage when cast above 50 mana. For our defensive skills, we're going to be getting Shimmering Teleport. We're going to be putting 5 ranks into this to get that cooldown as low as possible. We're also going to be getting Shimmering Ice Armor. Enemies that hit you have a chance to become frozen. Going to be super useful for some crowd control. In the Conjuration section, we're going to be getting 3 ranks of Align Elements, so you get damage reduction against elites for each second that you haven't taken damage. You're going to get Mana Shield. Every time you spend 100 mana, you gain 21% damage reduction. That's going to be super easy to trigger with this build. We're going to get 3 ranks of Protection. Using a cooldown grants 30% of your maximum life as a barrier. We're going to be using quite a few cooldowns because we have, as we already went over, we have Teleport, which is going to be on a really short cooldown. We have Ice Armor. We're going to be getting Blizzard because of the damage reduction that we can get from a legendary item. Snowguard's Aspect. We're going to go to Wizard's Blizzard, which is fun to say. Wizard's Blizzard. While you have an active Blizzard, your core skills cost 20% less mana. And this is going to be active pretty much all of the time because we're going to use this in one of our enchantment slots. So that's going to reduce the mana cost and consumption of Incinerate. So we're going to be able to channel Incinerate more. We're also going to be getting the Inner Flames passive, which increases the damage of your Pyromancy skills while you're healthy. We're going to be getting Crippling Flames. Your Pyromancy skills have up to a 15% chance to immobilize enemies for 2 seconds. So we're going to get some crowd control from that. Then for our ultimate skills, we're going to be getting Inferno, and we're going to go all the way to Supreme Inferno. So while this is active, our Pyromancy skills are going to cost no mana and allowing us to channel Incinerate the entire time, basically for free. We're going to be getting a bunch of passives here. We're going to get Fiery Surge. Killing a burning enemy increases your mana regen by 45%. We really just want to be able to channel Incinerate the entire time without worrying about the mana cost. Then we're going to be getting Endless Pyre, 3 ranks. You deal increased burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning. We're going to get Soulfire. Your Pyromancy skills cost 12% less mana and deal 6% increased damage. So that's just going to be a straight damage bonus for us. And then we're going to be getting the Combustion Key passive. Your burning effects deal 20% increased damage and an additional 2% per unique source of burning you have applied to an enemy. So we're going to have 3 different ways to apply burning. We're going to have obviously Incinerate. We're also going to have Firebolt, which does burning damage. And we'll have Supreme Inferno, which does fire burning damage. So we're going to get a small bonus from that. Onto our gear. So as I mentioned, we're going to be getting the Snowguard's Aspect to when you have Blizzard active, and for 3 seconds after, you take 25% less damage. We're going to be getting the Aspect of the Juggernaut. Gives us all the armor that we're going to need. We're going to be getting Aspect of the Conceited Aspect, 25% increased damage while you have a barrier active. Our barriers are going to be Ice Armor, and we're also going to have Mana Shield is going to be, not Mana Shield, Protection. For our pants, we're going to be getting Aspect of Might. Basic skills grant 20% damage reduction. For our boots, we're going to be getting Aspect of the Bounding Conduit, 30% movement speed for 3 seconds after teleporting. For our necklace, we're going to be doing Inner Calm, 15% increased damage for each second you stand still, up to 40%. For one of our rings, we're going to be getting the Conflagration. That's a hard word to say. Conflagration. While channeling Incinerate, your burning damage is increased by 40%. That's really all we're going to be doing. For our other one, we're going to be getting Incendiary Ring. Damage from your Pyromancy skills has up to a 17% chance to restore 10 mana. Another way for us to just have mana all the time and be able to consistently channel Incinerate. In our weapon slot, we're going to be using the brand new to Season 4 Flamethrowers Aspect. Incinerate splits into 3 beams, each dealing 70 to 85% of normal damage. This is going to give us great AoE damage. And then the aspect of Engulfing Flames, you deal 30% increased burning damage to enemies below 50% life. While enemies are affected by more damage over time than their total life, you deal 100% increased burning damage to them. Just another damage multiplier for us. And then for our bar, so we're going to have Blizzard on the bar, we're going to have Inferno. We really don't have that many skills. Ice Armor, Teleport, Firebolt, Incinerate. We're going to have Incinerate as one of our enchantment slots. The enchantment version is every 14 seconds, a serpent spawns and incinerates enemies for 8 seconds. Pretty cool when this happens. And we're going to have Blizzard. So every 15 seconds, a blizzard forms over you and follows you for 6 seconds. This is really going to help us with damage reduction, 25% damage reduction. But also, it's going to help us with having Wizard's Blizzard active all the time, just for another mana reduction. So we have a ton of mana. Now, this build is very basic. I'm not using, obviously, any unique items, and that is on purpose because this is meant to be kind of you get your first build after completing the season journey and getting all of these free items. We don't know what those free items are going to be, but we assume that it's going to support this build. Let me know in the comments what you think about this build for Diablo 4 Season 4. What do you think about the Loot Reborn season? Personally, I'm a little bit disappointed that we're not really getting a full season theme besides some very minor Iron Wolves stuff. But I think the Loot Reborn and the new crafting is going to really make this season worth playing. That's going to be it for this build guide. Thanks for watching.